to do his purpose.
Yeah.
Pain, passion, purpose.
Pain, passion, purpose. Pain, passion, purpose. Pain, passion, purpose.
So this is our moment. I often think about how we will be viewed 200 years from now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When our great grandchildren say in the era of Trump, what did you do?
We fought back.
Yeah.
And we will be able to say, we did in fact fight back.
Resistance!
The thing that really bothers me when people were complaining about Ben, they said his expectations are too high. No. We should expect the best from government.
Yeah!
So I want to make sure we're sitting there at 11 o'clock block for the news. So I'm going to be short, but let me leave you with this. One of our colleagues, Jim Langland, congressman from Rhode Island. He's paralyzed from the middle of his chest straight on down to the bottom of his feet. So a few days ago, I was trying to figure out, he's been there about 12 years, and I talked to a few people and said, what happened to him? They said when he was 19, he was a police officer, and somebody, apparently another policeman, accidentally dropped a gun or something and shot him. And then later on he went into city council and ran eventually for Congress as one of our finest congressmen. And they said, and this is the piece that got me, and this is Ben and Susie. They said when he went out and he campaigned in his wheelchair, could not stand up, needed help from a whole lot of people, but he'd go door to door, and he would say these words, I will stand up for you. I will stand up for you.
Yeah!
That is Ben, and that is Susie. They will stand up for all of those. For all of those.
Yeah!
And they're going to realize that our diversity is not our problem.
No.
No.
Right.
Our diversity is our promise.
Yeah. All right.
So if I'm going to work, I already wrote my check.
Yeah.
I told him a few minutes ago, I'm going to present it to him in the morning. I want you to write your checks. I want you to reach deeper and deeper. That's right. And as you go out there, I beg you, stand tall. Stand tall. We got work to do.
We do.
Our country is under attack.
Yes, it is.
And we've got work to do. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. I thank you from the depths of my heart. I thank you so much for giving a young man, a man who is principled, a man who wants to make a difference and has the capacity to do.
Yeah.
See, it's one thing to want to do something, but if Trump has shown us that just because you want to do something, don't mean you can execute it. But he is that man. And Susie, I'm so glad that you are there too. And so, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget what my colleague said. I will stand up for you. That's our new governor. And go out there, knock on the doors of Lottie, Dottie, and everybody.
Yeah!
Can't see all your faces, but I hear your voices, and I'm so glad you're all here. I was deeply honored when I was asked to introduce our son tonight. And I'm so appreciative appreciative of all the support that his effort to increase the physical, emotional, educational, and social health of Maryland is receiving from all of you. My memories of this beautiful state go back to almost the beginning of my life, as my parents and I moved here in 1941 when I was 3 months old. They carried me on a pillow. I was so little, they said. And there were joining relatives who had come from Virginia during the Great Migration in the 1930s in search of professional employment and greater opportunities for children and adults who had African heritage. Much of my time living here was quite wonderful. The family was very loving. Picnics in Druid Hill Park were fun. Our school teachers cared about us and believed in our competence, and we made lots of friends. It was also, however, highly challenging because racial segregation and social injustice in this state negatively impacted every aspect of our lives. In 1954, the Supreme Court ordered southern states to desegregate schools. Schools that were both separate and unequal in almost every way. Maryland refused to obey the order. In 1955, the state was forced to do so, and Western High School, a college preparatory school for white girls founded in 1844, became a focus for Maryland's NAACP chapter. And 10 black girls were chosen to be its first African American students.
Yes.
I was part of that group. It was my first, not my last, but my first deliberate act of social activism. And it was a huge challenge for all of us to go where we were clearly not wanted, and to be reminded of that reality for almost the entire time that we were there. And it was also difficult to have been warned that we, at the age of 13 and 14, were carrying the entire race, billions of people on our shoulders, and therefore we should be very careful about how we responded to the injustices that we received. It also put me on a path in the name of social justice that has continued throughout my life, influencing nearly all of my major decisions, including that of saying yes when, after 3 times, Fred Gillis insisted that
Fred.
He was another activist and a graduate school student as I was, and I loved him. And so even though I knew that we could not be legally married in this state, we could not even legally live together in the year that he proposed, which was 1966. And even though I had been away from home for 2 years serving in the Peace Corps, missing my family because in those days there was no phone service and mail took weeks to be delivered, so you could write about something today, and by the time the folks got it and worried about it, it was way over. You know? So even though all of that was true, I said yes to him. I wanted to be free of Jim Crow laws, and I wanted to be with him. Benjamin has been even more aware of the pain of all of that than I thought. And from the time he was a little boy, he has been on his own path of increasing social justice. When he was 7 years old, he said to me, I think he was 7, he said to me that he wanted to make the world better. And he said, Mom, I don't want to just make it better, I want to make it better as I can. He was very earnest. He has tremendous empathy. Do you know what that is? It's not sympathy. It's really being able to get what somebody else is feeling He is gifted with that, and he uses it always. And when he says he thinks of all the children in Maryland as our children, and he wants them all to be fed well and well educated, he truly means that.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
When he says that he cares that seniors should not fear for their health or their lives, he means that. And when he speaks of reducing the money spent on prisons, the enormous amount of money we spend locking people up, many of whom shouldn't be there,
Yeah.
and increasing the money spent on education,
Yeah.
he means that. Benjamin is extremely hardworking and will do everything possible to meet the needs of the people in this state. He is also highly intelligent, experienced, and skilled, and he is extremely resourceful. Although he has been successful in collaborating with people across all political spectrums, he most tends to attract people who share his values and his strong desire for social equity. The focus of making the world better has been with him for almost all of his life. Out of that mission and from the depth of his empathy comes his desire to help the residents of the state of Maryland, a state that has held our family and to which our family has contributed for more than 8 decades. A state that Benjamin has loved since he was a tiny boy visiting his grandparents and other relatives here. As you can tell, I am very proud of this man.
Yeah.
I have great respect for him, and I think you will be very fortunate to have him be your governor.
Yeah.
It is with great pleasure that Fred and I give you Benjamin Todd.